Hey guys, and welcome back to KHRECOM. I only talk in acronyms now, it's all the rage nowadays.
I'm not really sure if that's an improvement. I'm just going to throw that out here right now.
I suppose. We're heading over to that most hallowed of castles today, Hollow Bastion.
You couldn't even work in a little Bastion reference into your little pun that you were trying to make there?
The only memories I have of that particular game, back in that Vogue era when I was, fucking around with Steam and such, is that I couldn't even display it properly on my screen. That's all I have to say about Bastion.
I gotta say, though, Hollow Bastion has a real kind of special place to me because I still fondly remember my original playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. I had borrowed it from a friend, and I believe I borrowed his PS2 as well. I didn't get mine until I had moved, actually, from where I used to live, but I just love the design of Hollow Bastion. I love how it's such a unique, interesting area in the game, and they don't really do much like that anymore, you would think, going forward in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, they've had their own unique original areas, but never to the same level as Hollow Bastion, which is just so distinct, even to this day.
You don't like the world that never was?
It's alright. It's not really that great. I mean, I like the cool Neo-ish sort of, Tron line kind of thing. Like, I can dig that, but I just kind of have more of an appreciation for Hollow Bastion itself. It's probably because it's like a castle in the sky kind of thing. I think that's cool.
Rate Beauty and the Beast out of 10, or give it a letter grade.
B. It's not my favorite Disney movie, but it's pretty good. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, per se.
So jarring. I mean, I know they're, losing their memories, but they interact with these characters like they've never met them before.
They were doing that from, the beginning of the game, though, like I said. Yeah, again, it's just, and I know I keep bringing this up, but it's that plot device that lets them kind of regurgitate everything they've done before. So, but here it's especially jarring.
It's very jarring and RE-coded, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. I was watching a bit of the cutscenes for that the other day. Did you hear the new voice they got for Genie?
What is his name?
Jim something or other. It's not Earthworm Jim, I can tell you that now. It's not Dan Castanella.
Yeah, well, Dan and Robin will always be my favourites. But, Hollow Bastion. Lots of really, really important shit happened here in KH1. Will such things happen again? Probably not. Don't expect any Riku fights for starters.
Well, we're not getting a Riku fight here. I thought they would have taken that opportunity to shove another 2 or 3 of those in our faces.
Oh no, not today.
This is gonna be your new favorite thing to do. I'm just gonna Sonic Blade fucking everything, and Blitz every so often.
Dude, Sonic Blade is the shit. It's like every FAQ I read, just use Sonic Blade. I don't fucking care if you're some kind of card mathematics genius and you want to go with a special slight deck. No, just Sonic Blade.
Well, Sonic Blade is pretty fun. There's always the interesting appeal of just doing, repeated Devil May Cry stingers over and over in a guy's face. That feels very good to do.
Oh, I love whiffing in the overworld. It really adds a sense of hype going into these battles.
I can't wait until you accidentally blitz off of the side of the guard railing and just fall into the void.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3!
Yeah, Goofy's tornado spin ain't gonna fucking help you here, is it?
Yeah, he just takes off into the stratosphere. Bye, Goofy!
Yeah, couldn't you, theoretically... that was a team-up move, wasn't it? Where you use Goofy like a helicopter of some sorts to do, an attack? Or was that just in KH2 only with the limits?
No, that was a Goofy rocket. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah, that one where you just fire him like a fucking bazooka. And I think, one time you did that... You killed, what was his damn...
Zigbar.
What was that damn thing? You killed Zigbar with that. That was pretty cool. Didn't you also... No. With the Derp Dragon, you did the slide vertigo toss. I'm remembering that now.
Oh, good stuff.
I don't even remember the thing's actual fucking name. We just called it Derp Dragon, and that's what it is.
I think it might be Storm Rider, but don't quote me.
Storm Rider, yeah, that's the one.
Well, that's what I'm fucking calling it now. In fact, I'm going to file this patent while we do the commentary.
Well, let's be honest, if it's on TV tropes and it's basically immortalized forever on the internet like that anyway, I mean, the memes have already taken over.
The memes, Jack. Exquisite. Why was that there? Just to hold those HP balls? What's going on?
Well, I mean, breaking pots is a tradition that every video game character has to partake in at one point or another. It started, with Link with the rupees and everything. And I love how in Hyrule, they just have all their valuables in a big pot in the middle of the room, and a little sign that says, "Please don't touch this."
I just now noticed the fawns on these doors. Do you think that was like an intentional reference to Maleficent? Because I can't remember that kind of like decal or motif in the original version of Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, I would imagine it's more of a reference, to what had gone on here originally with Maleficent and things like that.
Oh, Crab Claw. One of my favourite Keyblades, actually.
You like Crab Claw? Really?
It's a very simple design. You know, it's not boastful. It's not bragging about how fancy it is, like fucking Oathkeeper or something. No, it just keeps it legit.
Yeah, it's a stick with a crab tape on the end. It's like you got Sebastian says, Sebastian, you want to go on an adventure? Here's the tape.
Metal Chocobo is literally a fucking hunk of, like, chrome or steel.
Yes, but at least it's more effective. It has a bit of distinguishedness to its simplicity. Crab Claw is just something you make in shop class because you wanted your own Keyblade, but you don't have enough money to get a real one.
Oh, okay. Crab Claw and, like, Olympia detractors always have to make up words to justify how much they like their Keyblades.
Did you just bring up an Olympia detractor? They have those?
Yeah, it's you asshole.
I'm gonna start a subreddit for that very kind of thing. We fucking hate Olympia around here.
I never ever used the Wishing Star Keyblade. I don't think I ever used it in Cage Front, because it is actually one of the optional Keyblades in that game.
Wishing Star... Man, I don't even really recall that one. It's been a long time, obviously, but I guess if it wasn't a Keyblade that resorted to physical violence, I didn't care and I didn't use it.
I think you got it, like, after Monstro, when, like, Pinocchio and Geppetto were back in Traverse Town, but I forget the order of how things went.
I think that's what happened too, yeah. And I say that as if I knew what was going on, but probably not.
I have to say, like, doing this playthrough has really reignited my love for KH in general, and I got 2.5, I think, for the Christmas that's just gone past, so I think I might have to break out the Birth by Sleep again.
Oh no! I for a brief moment I thought you were implying that you would re-record it and I'd have to comment it all over again.
I just made a casual run. I fucking love Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep is good. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. Like, I may eventually, if it's really cheap, I might get 2.5 down the line. I don't know. Cause, like I said, Birth by Sleep is good, and Kingdom Hearts 2, I didn't quite hate it as much as I kinda hate the series now, so... I gotta say, this is the best session of Ravenloft I've ever been in. This joke is probably gonna go over your head, though.
What the fuck is Ravenloft?
Oh, it's a setting from Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay.
You kind of explore a haunted landscape, and you go in a lot of castles. It's kind of like Castlevania, but it's with Dungeons & Dragons shit.
You see that right there? That is a random Joker card. They are exclusive to RE Chain of Memories. They can basically allow you to bypass any given, like, criteria. You can't use it to, like, blow open, key cards, like Key to Memories, Guidance, or Truth, and so on. But for, like, numbered, coloured cards, they'll do the job just fine. I would recommend, if you can, saving them until the final world, which is Castle Oblivion, because that one has, I think, 99 as its requirement.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that, and I'm sitting there like, you're kidding me.
I have fond memories of the Castle Oblivion portion of the castle, which is a bit recursive, I guess. But yeah, I was grinding for what seemed like hours trying to get the right map card, just couldn't find it. Ah, Mushu!
Mushu? Why are you a reward? You're not very rewarding.
Yeah, Mushu is the set 1 reward for Hollow Bastion. Stocking multiple Mushu cards creates the Flare Breath level 2 and Flare Breath level 3 slice, which increases the effectiveness of his attack and allows the player to control its aim. It seems I did not copy and paste what it actually does, but I think it's fireballs and shit.
Fair enough. I'm gonna assume that it has something to do with fire.
Mushu is essential in Terra, Mega Flare, and in the original Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Fiaga Break, in terms of slice.
Oh yeah, those slides I never used.
The set 2 card is Zigbar, which powers up missile attacks such as Strike, Raid, and Fire, resistant to Fire, Ice, Lightning, and special attacks.
I suppose Strike Raid is technically considered a missile when you think about it.
Well, you're basically lobbing the Keyblade at an enemy. Another 0 card for the collection.
I always love, like, end-game runs of this game, where the person has played so much, like, they have, like, fucking truckloads of, like, a full, like, 50-card deck or whatever, full of 9s and 0s, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would you play the game for that long?
Well, you can easily look out and just create, like, Moogle Room after Moogle Room and keep getting free booster packs.
Well, that's true. That is one way to go about it. Did they give you free booster packs in the original GBA version? I can't remember.
I'd imagine so. I don't know why they changed that.
Probably to just kind of streamline things for this remake of the game.
I'm going to have to ask you a really, really personal question here. Rate Belle in terms of Disney princesses out of 10.
8.
Oh, it's almost shaped like a B, like my previous answer.
Well, 8 out of 10, it's okay. But, I think she's a lot better than other Disney princesses. She's very proactive. She's, stands up for herself. She doesn't take the beast crap, and she's not really passive throughout the whole story. So I actually think she's a pretty good character, all things considered.
Shame we never really saw Gaston in the main series, but I think he's turned up in like that mobile game or whatever it is, with the chick.
That doesn't count. You know it doesn't count.
He should have been in fucking Days with the, Infernal Engine boss or whatever it was called. Him riding on top of that, ready to assault the castle, would have been perfect.
I have no idea why they didn't bother to include Gaston at all. They included Clayton, of all people, because that was the villain people wanted to see in Kingdom Hearts, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to one of the most iconic ones, fucking Gaston, the best.
Well, we didn't get Tony J in the series, so what are you gonna do?
Who voiced Gaston? I don't even remember. I think it was some guy I've never heard of.
I don't know, but the person who voiced LeFou also voiced that big old guy in Resident Evil 4, the Big Cheese. I forget his name. I think it's
the
Mendes.
Big old guy, the Big Cheese.
The Big Cheese, yeah.
Big Daddy, cool Diesel.
Oh, Maleficent, doing evil as usual.
I don't know why they never bothered to give Maleficent a Sleeping Beauty world to begin with. We had to wait until Birth by Sleep to get that, but instead they just kind of shoehorned it into this original world, and Beauty and the Beast is here too, I guess. Did they blow up? I think they blew up. Can we go now?
Well, that's what happens when you have too much mint. She didn't actually mean to do that. She originally cast a teleport spell. And so the cutscene ends. The end.
But we could have learned so much from your local library. Visit now for a variety of books on various topics.
Yeah, Donald just takes a peek in, one of the shelves. Oh, it's a strategy guide for the adventure we're currently on. How better?
Oh, that's strange. Apparently, the Monkey Island strategy guide has it narrated by Guybrush Threepwood in, character. That sounds really interesting. I want to read that.
I think that's, the 4th game in the series.
Yeah, it's the 4th one. Escape from Monkey Island, I think it's called.
Just a small reminder that we're doing the 2nd game next month.
Oh, there we go. Go on, take a bath, you're filthy!
Yeah, the beast can't love you when you're stinky.
This is kind of an awkward place to take a bath.
Enough, says my shoes.
I'm not the beast, but my feet are practically big enough to resemble his anyway.
Yeah, I could literally just drop kick you into the pool, Maleficent.
Yeah, dragon kick your ass into the Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Don't act like you don't like a Bulbaster. Bulbaster!
Yeah, fucking God Hand X Kingdom Hearts crossover, when?
Yeah, when are we gonna play God Hand for the fucking
You can fuck right off, mate. Oh, she's being all T-Sundari again.
I'm sure she has a reason for it that we don't already know. Listen, if it's about the hair, I can't really do anything about that.
Jiminy, go away! This is a thing for the main characters to commentate on. Crawling in my skin.
Now, Beast, you bring that up. But I've been on the internet recently, and I don't know if you know this, but some girls prefer that. You ever see that comic where, Belle pulls out a knife, she's like, now change back?
I liked you when you had more hair. Helldragon. Question.
Yes?
Who played the Beast?
I should know this. Robbie Benson? Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did, actually.
Oh, hot damn. Okay, I just pulled it out of my very small Disney vault of knowledge here.
There you go, yeah. Robbie Benson voiced Beast in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, reprising his role from the original film, and, in a sort of HFC-related thing, he also voiced Prince Alex in King's Quest 6. There was a Beauty and the Beast subplot in that too, although the characters weren't all that Disney-like, and Tony J also did a lot of voice work in that game, God rest his soul.
Oh my gosh, she got turned into a heart container.
Don't you just hate when that happens? I get turned into a pot and Link comes along and smashes me.
Yeah, I noticed Maleficent has a super fucking long robe. I mean, I understand you want to be evil and stuff, but you're gonna trip on that, people are gonna walk on it, it's gonna get filthy.
Yeah, Donald droppings all up in that cape.
Nope, bye.
Well, that's what happens when you take a run-up.
Yeah, you just give her ample time to get out of there. What are you doing here? That's a good question. Why are you even in this game? That statue in the back looks like a iron knuckle that you'd fight in The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I don't recall it being there in the original layout. Alright, boss time.
After a quick hop, skip, and jump to where we need to be.
Man, these worlds go by really fast when you approach them.
Well, thank you. Because, I mean, I really think it would have been harder to just kind of go full length with these and, you know, try to fill time that way.
Yeah. I try to, like, just trim things down so you guys get the main experience of each game. Because, honestly, all you're missing is me grinding for, like, map cards and going up a few levels for each world.
Well, I mean, that's how Let's Play works. We play it so you don't have to.
I guess.
Look, this is just like a really big theme dinner, isn't it? Like, was this your surprise?
I'm going to summon the table, and it will be filled with delicious treats.
I have made oodles of noodles for all.
Oh, she loves me!
She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
No, B, she loves you. You don't need to go through that kind of thing again.
Yeah, he accidentally starts plucking off the petals of his rose. Oh shit, wrong flower.
Raw.
I am intimidating, it's implied. Well, I mean, villains kind of have to gloat before they kill us. It's only customary.
Especially in, like, evil sacrificial chambers.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, come on, let's get this over with. Transform.
We'll get there eventually.
Oh, here it comes, the power of darkness!
She didn't even have to get stabbed with a Keyblade this time. I have to say, it's a definite upgrade from the previous encounter.
This is the most Maleficent-friendly timeline. Of course, the boss is still exactly the same, carries with it all the same danger as the original boss had. It's got the flames, it's got the biting. Look out for the gimmick card because it will grant you a wee little platform that you can stand on.
It's kind of adorable in its own little way, yeah?
Okay, my job's done, bye.
I like at the end he's like, roar! It's like an Alan Partridge.
Aha! Flame, back of the net. Why are we so fixated on being lewd and also Alan Partridge in this playthrough?
Because Alan Partridge is awesome.
Yeah. Right, another one of these. Right in the noggin.
It's obviously less bad as it was in the original Kingdom Hearts game, but I still have to say, like, in the original version of Chain of Memories, this fight was still fairly challenging. I do love how this thing zoops around whenever you're doing Sonic Blade, though. That's just funny.
You obviously have to get onto it manually, but once you're on it, you'll be protected from the flames, and you can do all kinds of, like, crazy slides. Oddly, using fire does not heal Maleficent, which I always found to be a bit weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Well, at least it gives you one more weapon to use.
Oh, I love stocking high potions, because I just want to use Sonic Blade over and over. I don't know why it feels good to use Sonic Blade more, it just does.
I mean, like I said, you know, it's Devil May Cry kind of stinger over and over in the face. It feels good.
Motivated.
Yeah, now I'm feeling it. Man, just you wait until I move my feet and approach you, then you'll be really in trouble.
There was actually a safe spot you could stand in the original version of this fight. I think it was like on top of the vines or the tree trunks or whatever. And I remember the Tinkerbell summon being really useful in that version of the fight.
Oh, I never really used Tinkerbell that much in any game, really, so no wonder I didn't do it that way.
Well, you could basically say that about like any feature of, you know, any game. I didn't use this advanced tactic.
I mean, sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. Admittedly, it's my fault that way, and I admit that.
Got a little something special to finish off the fight.
Oh, it's Disco Inferno.
Ah, it really fucking smarts!
Well, I guess that's what happens when you get meteored by tons of tiny fires. She dropped her hoard, too, when she died.
Oh yeah, get all those gems into my body, baby.
And another card she was keeping.
Yes, one of my favourite enemy cards, Dragon Maleficent. Let me pull this thing up here. It gives you the Overdrive ability, which sacrifices reload speed to power up attack cards.
Nice. That's pretty good early on, when you don't have to reload that fast.
And it's fucking awesome in Reverse Rebirth, because you know what thing Riku doesn't have?
What doesn't he have?
He doesn't need to reload.
Yeah, that's true, so it makes him even more deadly.
Well, actually, let me clarify that. He doesn't need to reload, he doesn't need to charge. It's just a boop, a tap, and you're away. Okay, we can be together now. Embrace the romance.
It is implied that the rest of our movie happens here.
No, not until KH2, I'm afraid. Donald's just staring at them, wondering, pleading, hoping that Daisy will like him the same way.
I think Donald really adds a lot to the scene. We should just insert him in other, great romance scenes in movies.
Yeah.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and gets everywhere, and Donald's in the back just watching.
Every day, your point about Sora being a self-insert character just becomes more and more true, because you see a scene from the movie that's like adapted and whatnot, and then the camera just pans and you see Sora in his like fucking red onesie with his huge Mickey Mouse shoes.
Yeah, he's commenting on everything, like he was such a big part in, bringing it together. And yes, I know he kicked Maleficent's ass here, and okay, we can appreciate that, but at the same time, it's just kind of putting him where he doesn't need to belong.
I suppose.
So you do 2 sets of 5 reps of this every day, and you're gonna get awesome forearms.
I don't know how to respond to exercise, I'm sorry.
I know it's a strange, weird thing, but once you actually start getting into it, you start bringing up all these terms you never even heard of before.
It's like I'm sweating, oh my god, I'm dying. No, Tom, you're just perspiring, mate, it's fine.
You're not dying, you're becoming alive. Pain is just weakness leaving the body.
We must conquer Kingdom Hearts before we can conquer ourselves.
That's fucking deep, man.
I know, I'm one of Nomura's head writers.
Hello, I'm here again.
Hello.
Who are you? I am Vexen.
I'm dead meat. I mean Vexen, sorry.
I wouldn't exactly call him a pushover, mate.
That's true. He does have a lot of nasty tricks.
Sora, do you owe something to this guy?
That's the best part of him losing his memory. You can just say he owes you shit, and he can't, call you out on it.
You owe me for reuniting you with your former friend.
The problem with Vexen is that since he's so animated, the lip sync doesn't quite match up to his dub voice.
I'm the one who brought Riku to you. Then you're the one
Yes, get angry, Sora.
who's been controlling him. What have you done with him?
Oh, yes.
See no need
Let's
to
go.
be
Organization fight, let's do this.
is, after all,
I love people who fight with shields. I don't know why, it's just cool.
Is that why you use Goofy all the time?
I don't really have a choice, mate. It's either use the friend card or don't.
Or, well, you could use the good friend card or use the bad one, aka Donald, who you can't choose what he does.
No, don't heal Axel. I'm gonna heal Axel.
The big thing about Vexen originally is that his shield was unbreakable, and you would have to go around and hit him in the back in order to do any damage. And this was a lot harder on the perspective in the original Game Boy game. It's not as bad here, because I seem to recall, he's getting hit a lot more easily, and I think, I know in Final Mix he actually has a energy bar for his shield that you can break. Here it doesn't really apply, I would think. Can you clarify that for me?
I'm not sure any of what you just said is true, but one thing that is true, I'll give you this out, he was a bitch in the original, and it was the perspective that really hampered. I would say the second fight with him. The first one isn't too bad.
Yeah, the second one, oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That fight fucking sucks in the original. It's so awful.
We'll be seeing that one next time, but thankfully in this one, it's just kind of like a practice fight, and he doesn't use his enemy card for one thing.
I'm not really sure if a shield is best for Vexen. You would think he'd be the guy who got the book that we, found out later with Zexion. things like that.
Yeah.
But I guess because it's trying to portray the fact that ice is very, cool, defensive kind of thing, although Vexen himself is definitely not, so I'm not really sure. It's not a bad weapon, it's just, I don't think that would be my first choice, personally.
I just like ice, honestly. I think it's a cool element, and no, I'm not making a pun there.
Now, if it was an ice guy with a giant fuck-off knuckle where he could punch you with, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, just think outside the box when it comes to giving enemies, like, themed weapons.
I mean, I've always liked to do that, and I guess that's one reason I like JoJo, because it's always going outside of the box in terms of powers and abilities and things like that.
See, here's Ars Arcanum.
There you go. Okay, yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Use timed button presses.
Don't
you dare!
They're not
Don't you dare!
Okay. I'm holding back for now.
Oh, ice needles.
Oh, hello. All right.
Bad memories, man. Bad memories.
Oh god, yes. In the original, like I said.
Back in the whoa! Nice dodging pass, Tom.
You're nicely done.
I would definitely recommend, like, waiting for him to attack first and then card breaking. Actually, do that with all the organization members.
Hell, that's what I do after a while, and it becomes way easier when you focus on pure defensive gameplay. Was he able to float before he became a nobody, or is that just something they can all do?
I don't recall Evan doing any of that kind of weird shiz in Birth by Sleep, no.
Oh, Evan didn't really fight in Birth by Sleep, though, so what was his weapon before he became a nobody? Was it like a dinky little buckler kind of thing? Because that'd be adorable.
No, he wasn't one of the guards in Radiant Garden. He was a pure scientist.
Yeah, but I mean, they all presumably had powers before then, so I would assume that even back then he had some degree of mastery over ice, and like I said, a little dinky buckler. Fuck, Axel had the fucking pythons, so I can only safely assume.
Whoa, Jesus. Right through the dick.
Oh!
Now that's cold. So the battle ends just like it began, in silence.
The power of the Keyblade Master, everybody. The ability to stab people clean through the fucking dick.
Well, this is where he learned it for the second game.
As I expected, you weren't one to die very easily.
But answering like your question about powers and such, I don't think they had them until they became nobodies.
Maybe.
Did you even notice? I was delving deep into your memory as we fought.
Because I can do that, you know. It's called multitasking. I am a scientist.
I found a card crafted from all the memories that are locked in the other side of your heart.
Dude, originally, this shit was the hypest.
It was pretty interesting, and then we found out Nomura liked to do it way too much, and then it sort of lost its appeal to me.
Nomura was having it too large.
Yeah, but back then, this was actually kind of interesting to see where this plot point was gonna go.
I have to say, and maybe I'm naive, I don't know, but you know, with stuff like Pokemon, I still get hyped every time a new generation's on the way.
And it even appeals to that bitter side of me itself, you know, that kid who used to really enjoy playing Pokemon, to seeing what kind of new things we would encounter. Just now you're getting a bad feeling about all this?
Well, he had to, like, forget some memories to remember to be careful. Can't wait for Vexen to come in and Maleficent to just, like, bitch him out.
Man, the workers' lounge isn't looking pretty sparse. We gonna get, like, a fridge in here, or...?
The organization's plans. I trust that you know what you need to do.
Well, of course, fire beats ice, after all.
Clue, really? Maybe you could spell it out for me.
I want you to bust a cap in Vexen's ass. Was that clear enough?
Is it time to let it rip?
You must eliminate.
Marluxia, why you always gotta bring up my other games, man?
No taking that back.
You know that's freelance moonlighting work.
You know, this basically makes Axel an assassin, but Marluxia's nickname is the Graceful Assassin, so what's going on here?
Well, he's the graceful delegating assassin.
We can have two assassins in this group, but we can't have two girls.
Cut of memories from the other side of your heart? I wonder what it does.
We'll find out soon enough.
Indeed we will, so we'll see you guys next time when we journey to Twilight Town and see just what's on the other side of our heart. Bye for now.